Flip it.
Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Twist Gaming here on Twitch. We have a wonderful, very special interview for you guys. We are streaming live from GAMA 2017. We have Andrew Wolf from USAopoly as well as Josh Githens from CGE here to talk about their new upcoming game, their version of Codenames. But I'll let you guys talk a little bit about it.
Sure.
Yep.
So we struck a partnership between USAopoly. Well, yeah, the two of us.
The two of us.
Oh,
Friends forever. we just did it all on our own.
Yeah, it's all us all the time. Not at all.
Our individual companies, USAopoly and Czech Games, have struck into a partnership where we at USAopoly are going to be publishing licensed co-branded versions of Codenames, starting with both Disney and Marvel editions later this year. I don't have too much to show you yet because everything is still undergoing licensor approval or finalizing art, and
I keep telling Andrew to change things.
They are being very difficult. But we are really excited about this new partnership and these opportunities. We've loved the Codenames brand since it launched in, late 15?
Yeah, 2015. Gen Con 2015 is when we released.
And very quickly we recognized that this was something that we felt like we could bring our licensing opportunities to.
I think it was even late 2015. Andrew and I were talking like, hey, here's a thing, and you guys do stuff. We need to figure out a way to work together. And we went back to our companies and talked to the powers that be, and we were able to come to an agreement.
Yeah. So launching later this year, hopefully around the Gen Con timeframe, August, September, both Disney and Marvel editions of Codenames should be hitting the market. I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek of the Marvel edition, and we can talk a little bit about some of the specifics, but a lot of the details we're still kind of hashing out in terms of gameplay and how we're going to present.
So we're getting like a super early sneak peek.
So art's not final. Everything is pending licensor approval. It's these are all the kind of things I have to make sure everybody knows that don't get too fixated on what you see here. Things could change, but the concept, which you probably can wrap your head around pretty quickly, is, all right, how do you take Codenames and then mash it up with Disney or Marvel? And our idea was, well, there's so much great imagery, all the assets we have available, so we kind of want to lean on the pictures version. So you're going to see stuff like this, where you're going to have very familiar...
We're going to,
Just hold them up.
Hold them up like that.
About my waist high.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're gonna see images on one side. So the gameplay will be almost exactly the same as you'll find it in your standard Codenames or Codenames pictures games. You're gonna have two teams. They're gonna be competing to identify either images or, flip them over, words which are gonna correlate to those images. Trying to identify your agents for your team before the other team does. There'll still be an assassin, and all the gameplay is going to be very familiar, just using all the great assets and imagery and stuff that the fans are going to know and love from both Marvel and Disney.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, so the people that like the rich imagery that they have to offer, you can obviously use that. A lot of people prefer words. You can just flip them over, use the other side. You can mix and blend them just like you can with the regular pictures and words edition of Codenames as well. So this would be able to seamlessly interact with all the other versions that are available.
And I guess this also goes back to the interview that we did where we discussed Codenames Duet, where if you wanted a different mechanic or a different way to approach the game, you would be able to use the cards from the Marvel or Disney editions and add it to that mechanic.
Yeah, there's no reason why you can't use that content for that gameplay, mix and match it. One thing that I also want to talk about with the Disney version, this is going to be a family edition, is that we're going to age it down a little bit, and in addition to having the standard 5x5 grids, we're going to also include 4x4 grids that don't include an assassin, so it plays better with a younger audience. I mean, nobody really likes that player elimination aspect if they're younger. It's great for gamers, but for a family, it's not that much fun to just go, you lost because you picked out this one thing.
Yeah, we want the families and kids to have fun and enjoy the experience with it, and I'm sure there are a lot of gamers that will play with the 4x4 without the assassin, with the regular stuff as well, because sometimes you just want to sit around and have a fun time with your friends as an activity to do and a good time. So that's exciting.
That's nice that you're trying to reach a broader, you're thinking about the mechanics of the game in order to reach a broader audience with this new release.
Absolutely, and that for Disney, that just felt most appropriate.
Yeah, it was a very natural fit to include that part in there. Which is very good.
Yeah, and like I say, the Disney edition is going to be presented very much like this Marvel one, where there'll be images on one side and words on the other.
Now, Disney is really broad.
It is.
And I know.
Yes, it is.
Is there anything narrowed down with what section of Disney you guys are we talking like Disney princesses? Are
Yep.
we talking?
Keep going.
I mean,
Keep naming.
with that answer, I kind of felt.
We have a list.
Yeah.
Are we talking Star Wars?
No, Star Wars
That
is
is
not
not
Disney.
Disney.
Just like Marvel is not Disney. It's
Oh,
its
this one
own.
is-
It's its own franchise.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
that's why.
it's a subset of the giant.
But that is a great
Okay.
question. So, but
It's-
it includes things like Disney princesses, classic Mickey and Friends.
There's a lot of classic movies
Pixar,
that-
all the Pixar stuff. So
stuff.
Toy Story, Cars, The Incredibles,
Pirates.
new stuff. I don't think we're going to include the live action stuff.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
I knew it, we were talking about it. So
We're
I wasn't
still
sure.
look, because one of the things we want everything to present really clean, and sometimes the live action stuff, it looked a little bit out of place in the mix with all the animated stuff. So that might not be included, but again, we're still in development. We're still
very-
making. It's all still very preliminary, pending